basically started when it said we don't know if it's tiene verga or not. We're trying to figure out if tiene verga. They pretty much started saying verga every fucking day. They basically start saying miraculous wetback slurs. I'm gonna say wetback slurs across the borders, across the nation. They're acting like terrorists. They're gangstalking. They're going on corner streets just to appear that they're waiting for me. Constantly, the wrong drug dealers get raided because we're getting stupid drug dealers that are not really drug dealers. Just like an average fucking citizen selling drugs. I don't consider an average citizen selling drugs a drug dealer. I consider the man that makes the drugs, the man that produces drugs and makes it produced, you know? So, I say that's a drug dealer. While the man that sells the little 8-ball that he bought from the real drug dealer, the little kid gets caught up and he's in trouble and he's doing life, while the fucking drug dealer, he's being watched. He's gonna get raided. He's working for the government, whatever it may be. He's doing something and he's not getting caught. And when he does get caught, it's so funny. The cops have millions of reports of this one man that probably sells drugs, but when he gets caught, they can't put nothing on him. They just can't. They just realize that there's nothing that they could put on him because they don't catch him with the drugs. He's not stupid to have all the drugs at his house. They don't catch him with all these other things because the cops are fucking brain dead here. The police officers are here are fucking stubs. They're just fucking stubs, you know. A man that just like with all this rage, pumping all that testosterone, not thinking clearly, fucking being voiced to skull, manipulating their thoughts. Half of the police squadron in our fucking town, I'm gonna say that the people from the police guards at the jail cells, those people are fucking retarded. There's a man that talks like this. He's like, hey, I'm the guy that talks like this. He's fucking retarded. There's another guy that's like this. I'm like a Fernando-looking motherfucker. Like, whatever a Fernando-looking motherfucker would be. Like a little rat face with the mustache. Like a police cop. Like the Reno 911 cop. You know that Reno 911 cop with the little gold glasses? With the little biker shorts? You know the one with the little biker shorts? They're like these type of little bitch officers, and they're all fucking brain dead because they act like they're from the hood. They start talking about hoods when they pull off little kids, right? They get kids like 13-year-old, 16-year-old, 18-year-old in their cars. And I'm saying as low as like 13-year-old because there's kids that are 13-year-old behind police cars every fucking day in my city, in town. And you know what they do to them? They sit them down. They tell them, look at the flashing lights, and they brainwash them. They brainwash these kids to become criminals. They tell them what to do and what not to do. So next time they know what to do and what not to. They're like giving them advice to become criminals. And these kids are just so fucking brain dead because they don't have respect for their own elders. They don't have respect for elders. There's a thing that says kindness can get you anywhere. Why do homeless people say hello? Why do homeless people be polite? Why are homeless people so polite? Because they need you to be polite for them to live a normal life. A person with lots of money, you think that person with lots of money is polite? I knew a kid once that He was polite. He gave me candy. He bought me things. He was a friend to me. Like, and I looked at him like, whoa, is this kid like out of his mind? Is he rich or something? To be polite like this to me? I found out it's not true. People like friends that buy you things and act polite to you are not really friends that are polite. Those kids are just spoiled. You could say spoiled in a way. They just want attention. They like to go to the carnival for the 3 hours. They like seeing entertainment. Everybody's obsessed of entertainment. They don't want to just do something that makes them happy, but truly happy. There's people that want to have friends to spread gossip, to talk about drama. They pretty much, in this land that we live in, all kids spread gossip. They don't even talk about TV shows no more. They don't even talk about cartoons. They rather talk about mature content, like on Comedy Central, on Telemundo, Extremo, whatever it may be. They'll rather talk gossip on mature subjects that they're not mature enough to even be talking about, but they think in their brain they're so mature that they could talk about this shit. And these people think they're so mature to talk about this shit, but they're not. Because they don't listen. They don't even give a shit. They talk to their friends for fucking 3 hours of a day, and they go, oh, I don't care. Alright, the day's over. I'm going to sleep. I have to go to sleep. There are these fucking mentally challenged fucking individuals. These people are mentally fucking challenged. These people have bratish attitudes. They're spoiled a little bit. And, you know, I have that a little bit too, you know. But I was the one that at the age 14 wanted to get a job. I was the one at the age 16 I realized next year I'm not going to have... Next year I'm only going to have 2 required classes. Next year I'm only going to have 2 required classes. I'm that type of student that I found out next year I'm going to have 2 required classes, and that's it. That's all I'm going to have. But because the system's so on me and watching me, they get crappy ass supervisors, crappy ass probation officers. You know what the probation officers are here? They're like the drug dealers. Think about it. The probation officers, he thinks he's entitled to be an enforcement of the law. He thinks he's entitled to be guiding these students or forcing the students to do certain things. So these students, they don't know nothing. They go like, hey, what's up, to him. And then he's like, hey, what's up? And he goes like, Norte. And he says that to like Norteños. And then the Sureños come, and then he's like, oh, soft side. Whatever he says, you know. Whatever it may be. These probation officers are corrupting our children. Like, they're pretty much telling you it's okay to be a gangster if you want to be a gangster. It's okay to be a thug if you want to be a thug. It's okay to be these things that society doesn't want you to be. We live in a society where they don't want you to be something, but most likely you're going to do it without you knowing. And this is how it goes to brainwashing. They give you they cause the interruption. So you're going through your life, you see the interruption, and then they talk about another one coming up in the future, but they don't talk about it. So when you're there, you feel effects of this one, but then you don't feel it, and then it goes on, and then you feel the effects again. So it reminds you, it's like dementia, it's that recallization. Since acid days, since trips, they put acid in the water and food supplies and different things. They had to, because if not, why would our people be so crippled? Why would our people be so immature and retarded and brain down? I've seen a lot of people with like, okay, get 100 students of any school and put them there. how many look fit? From 100 students, how many students are fit? I'm going to say right off the bat, not counting boys or girls, if it was that random 100 and random girls came and random guys are there, we're not going to separate them. We're going to count them as same individuals. How many of these 100 people would be fit? Let's just say fit, like, fit for the military, like, he some type of cardio, some type of elastic, whatever. Possibly 40 of them will be fit. 60% of these students won't be fit. They'll be tubby, fat, unhealthy, whatever. So only 40% or 40 people will be possibly fit from out of 100. That's counting fit. And from the 40 people that are fit, how many of these 40 people have a mentally challenged problem? You know how many people have a mentally challenged problem from out of 40 people? Well, I'm going to take this. Out of 40 people, 10 of them, of these students, are suffering from diabetes. Diabetes is a cause of mental disorder, mental problems. So already 30 people. So from these 30 people, how many of these have mental problems? How many have, out of 10 students, how many have child abuse going at their home every day? They say about 6 out of 10 children. So 6 out of the 30 of each, 16, 12, 13, boom, you only have about 13 students. And that's just those little things. The more information you put and you feed inside the system, you corrupt the system, law, context, into the interruptions that you want to bring, but you don't mention the true meaning. You don't never tell government what you're fighting for or what's the root cause that you're fighting for. No one does that. Donald Trump doesn't tell, alright, we're going to have cutbacks about a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and these cutbacks are going to make some money, you see, and then the money's going to come to me, the president, and then I'm going to organize the money to be distributed in our Congress. And when I get the money, we'll talk about it. Goodbye, America. And then he comes back. All right, America, we did great. We got the money. Now we're going to get the money. And I'm going to give it to the people. Do you think this is a good cause? I think a good cause is this. A good cause is that. So he does what he does, and he was a man of his word. That's how maybe it was back then, but nowadays it's not. The Converse are Rockefeller wannabes. KKKs have mental illness problems. I read a thing about gangstalking and electronic torture. What type of people they target, what type of people they hurt. They claim that they give them mental problems, or they act like there should be an enforcement of a brain analyzing chip inside the brain, microchip, forced into the brain if you're mentally disordered, with mental disorder problems. I don't want mental disability problems. I tell my dad every fucking day, don't call me mental, don't call me mentally disability. My dad just starts, you're mentally ill. If somebody knows Rogelio Hernandez from Salinas, California, if you think that guy's mentally challenged or mentally ill, take him away from our household. We don't need him. My mom's not mentally challenged. My mom's just a normal lady. She's being bothered by voice to skull. And my dad doesn't see that. My dad just goes, ah! I have to be there and see them talk together. And I have to bring them closer by making them drive me apart. Like, I have to disagree for them to agree sometimes. That's the only time I actually see them happy. I see my mom happy sometimes, and I'm like, you used to always be like this with my dad. You guys used to always be so happy. You guys never had issues. The cameras never had red eye. I remember all my photography, it wouldn't have red eye. And then all of a sudden, when at the age of fucking like 3, I started seeing red eyes on the cameras and stuff. Honestly, I thought I was more stronger back then than I am now, because this electronic torture deprives your energy and soul so much that You feel out of breath, lasagna, and all this other thing. I said lasagna because I'm not a clear speaker all the time. If I'm a president of the United States, and if anybody disrespects that, what would you think a president of the United States would do? You can't explain one word, just and you're already gonna say, no, I don't want him as a president. I want the guy that's wasted millions of dollars, taxpayers, and I want that one. I want the one that eats microwave burritos. Oh, he eats microwave burritos? I don't want that man for a president. I want the man that eats lasagna. It's just fucking so stupid how people could be so brain dead that these wetbacks, they have the brain chip. Don't fucking kid yourself, you stupid motherfuckers. These wetbacks have the brain chip because immigration laws of brain chip tagging immigrants. They put implants on immigrants and they send them here in America to do drug dealing activities for them to get caught up, to go back to Mexico and go back and forth. There's sick motherfuckers that buy cocaine and on a new baby born, they grab cocaine and they get the cocaine and they put it on the baby's ass. They grab the cocaine, a big bag of cocaine. Like a size of a fucking football, bro. A size of a football. Size of cocaine. Dude, imagine the size of a football shoving inside a baby's rectal cavity in the butthole, dude. The size of a football going up a baby's butthole. Full of cocaine. And you know what sick motherfuckers do that? Desperate ass hoes. Desperate ass sluts. Desperate ass men. Fucking men that sleep in the fucking gutter. In the trenches. Dirtbags that smell like piss 24/7. Sick fucking little faggots. Looking at you mean. Yeah, I'm tough. I'm mean. I'm real tough, mean. But they don't talk like that. White people do. Remember that. Only white people say I'm tough. Yeah, I'm mean. True Americans fucking stand up for their rights. But these racist ass Mexicans that are being controlled by the KKKs, that I say having racism or demonstration of another nationality is a mental handicapism. I say all KKKs that are legitimate KKKs should be under mental illness patients. They should all be known as mental illness patients. But besides that, this kid's crying in the border, bleeding from his anal cavity, and he has fucking cocaine shoved in his butthole. Like, there's sick fucking mothers that have the baby, and they don't care about what the father does. The mom just says, alright, we'll have it, and then the father doesn't give a fuck. Like, the father will probably have babies with a lady, knowing that he's poor, know that he's a fucking faggot. He could be a sick ass fucking faggot just to have a baby, and then when they have the baby, he just to have sex with it, or fucking just to prostitute the fucking baby. If the baby's a girl, he starts dressing up the girl like a slut just to prostitute her, to make some easy money. Or if it's a boy, he fucking makes the boy turn fucking gay and turn into a transsexual. You never know. This fucking world's so fucking crazy. Some people are born into it, not knowing what to do. And some people are born corrupt and forcing into what to do. You know? Some people don't know. Some people want to be, and some people don't want to be. We have fakes and imitations all fucking day. These little jaggers that make noise surrounding at my house. Sick motherfuckers. I hope they get it in their brain, because they're really getting into my brain. And if they could get into my brain and realize something from another person's aspect, they should get the fuck out of it. They should realize to step the fuck back and realize what the fuck is in their minds, not in everybody's minds, because nobody gives a shit about nobody. And this is the thing my dad tells me all fucking day, and that's the thing I hate about him. That nobody gives a shit about nobody, and he makes me look at everybody. He only says it when there's people around me. Really muting me. He's making me mentally disabled. He really deprived my life so many fucking times. I just want to get my $3,000 and leave. He said he's gonna give me $3,000 and then he said I could leave. So when I leave, I'm gonna go Nevada. Yeah, I think that possibly I'm the real prophet. Ever since a little kid, I heard Bible stories. Not the biggest religious person, but I always felt this energy and presence of God. I always felt the energy and presence of nervous reactions. I also felt the presence of understanding and ability to speak and cooperate and try to translate. I was never a big Spanish speaker. I always had dyslexica. Can't even pronounce it. Don't even know how to write it. So why do you expect me to like explain? You can't spell it. You can't. I have dyslexica. What's dyslexica? Tell me what's dyslexica. I don't know. You have to tell me. Tell me what's dyslexica, sir. Mister, tell me now. This is what they do to me. If I had a fucking GoPro or a brain implant or just a fucking not brain implant. What the fuck? A third eye that records like a GoPro camera. If I had a camera just right here for the stupid people to act stupid, like, hey, do you know when this that? And then people can go, what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And they act fucking gay, bro. I thought I only had childish behaviors like that. Sometimes I'll go like that and be like, I don't know. Like, have a nice time, be friendly. But no, some people ain't fucking like that. Some people only did it because they're nervous and they're fucking scared. They only do it because they're nervous and they're fucking scared. They don't do it because they feel like they're getting along with you, because they respect you, or, they have an understanding of the agreement feeling. No, these people do it because they're not agreeing with you. They're disrespecting you. Instead of having respect for an individual to have an understanding, they're disrespecting you. So they have that confliction in their brain, while the devil is beaming a laser beam telling them to be conflicted. These people are being mistreated by the KKKs, white supremacists, and other people. And I really truly think that all the other prophets are fake. I think that I might be the only real prophet, because if not, why do I could control other people to have a good time? Why am I the root cause to control other people's to have happiness? And how do I have control over people to have sorrow? I have the ability to understand and cooperate. I have reason and logic. I don't let these voices, I don't let the brain implant that stuck in my nose that records everything that I speak and mumble. I don't let the implant in my throat damage my speech. I already have plenty of damage of speech. Enough for them to distort that. You'll never understand. Or you'll never understand what I'm saying. And like I said, I think I'm possibly the true prophet, because if not, why would God talk to me and tell me that these events that are going to happen in the future, these events that are happening right now, why would the government tell me days ahead of time before they do things? Why would the government, or this Nazi Sharia program, electronic torture, gangstalking, EMF waves, voice to skull, satellite, remote neural monitoring, all these neural implants, technology, how would I be the one just to realize, or how could I be the one to control other people's mood and ideas and beliefs just by the thoughts that are locked up in my head? A person told me that you can't hear people's thoughts. A person told me there's synthetic telepathy nowadays. I think we're all being overwhelmed by synthetic telepathy. I think the children nowadays don't even know what's going on. I think the children just says it's Illuminati. They buy themselves into it and they believe they're going to have a good career in college and degree. They really think they're going to make money for their family. They really think that they're going to have a good chance in life. when life doesn't even give them chances. It's just fucking sad that they don't know that there's good people out in the world. They just don't look good. And you know what? Doesn't mean if they don't look good, you don't have to disrespect them or treat them any worse. Some people are in the where they're at because they can't get out. They're in the struggle. We have these fake ass thugs, these heathens that are saying they're in the struggle, they're in the hustle game. Those sick bastards fucking acting like gangsters. You ain't no fucking hustler in the struggle project boy. You fucking punk ass bitch. Fucking drug dealer, fucking cunt. It's not that, it's just nobody shows time to respect. Please, people, go to Salinas, California. Look at all these men that look similar to me, but remember their faces. They're probably going to have acne, or if they don't even have acne, they're probably going to have eyebrows that are trimmed. I don't trim my eyebrows. I'm not a girl. I think girls only trim their eyebrows. Most likely they have unibrows, but they don't tell nobody. They just trim it. They trim up their unibrows. You can see the hair's going a little bit crossfade, but then they fake it. They really do fake it. The people that have the little eyebrows done, they wear fake jewelry, like fake diamonds. They have like beards like this sometimes, and they trim it real small. Or even if they don't trim it small, or they don't even have that, and they don't have no facial hair, or they do have facial hair, they're gonna act like college grad students, but they're not college grad students. You know, the students that act like they're college grad students, but they're not really college grad students. They only went to Harnell school. That's like high school diploma. That's what my teacher said. He said that that's how America sees Alisa High School, as just a diploma class. So, another thing. They don't take advice from other people that are poor. They don't take advice from other people that are rich. They don't take advice from no one. And they don't really hear messages. They don't understand nothing, because being voiced to skull and having conflictions of the mental mentality will distort you so much that you have no one to trust. So these people are constantly fighting themselves and fighting their verga. They love to talk about verga. They like to have boners in public. I guess having boners in public gives them power. I always felt grossed out, because when I was a little kid, I felt like the first times when I started getting boners, I was kind of skeptical. I was all like, "Hey mom, I have a boner." I didn't tell her it was a boner. I just told my mom, like, my pee-pee, it's hard or something. I don't know, whatever I said. And then I just pretty much told her, so what do I do? You know, I just looked at her and be like, "Look mom, it's hard. It's up. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do?" And I looked at her. My mom told me, "That's fucking gross. Put it away." She told me that. She'll put it away. Poke it. Push it in. Push it. She told me that. She told me push it. She told me, "Ew, if you ever get boners and like that, don't do it, Moses. Just push it, but you won't get a boner no more." That was the fucking stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. But she said it, and I actually did something like that. Like it made me feel very uncomfortable to get a boner. That was a confliction and bothered my whole life, that I can't have a boner because it's disrespectful. She told me that if you have a boner, it's disrespectful. Like if my mom would have told me, "Oh, that's normal, you know, it's just your hormones." She would have just said, "Not because you're a boy. Boys get boners because they like girls. You're probably really horny right now." You know, that sounds disrespectful. You know, hearing that, like, "Oh, you're a boy, you're a boner, you're a horny little boy." If you just said, "No, it's your hormones. You're a boy, you have hormones. It's just you're becoming a man, and you know, it's going throughout your body. It's just blood pressure. Think about it. You know, it really is just blood pressure. So why didn't she just tell me that? She's like, oh, you're becoming mad, you have hormone imbalance, and you know, it's just blood pressure. Just, it's a good thing to have a boner, you know. Maybe when you get older, you'll see it grow, you know, because you know, men grow from the body in there too, you know. But no, she made me feel ashamed. She made me feel embarrassed. So every time I walk down the street and I get like an urge to possibly have a boner growth or something like that, I kind of choose not to have a boner because it really makes me uncomfortable. It makes me think about the day she told me about not having a boner. So me having the mentality I do and having brainwave technology influence other people around me, this is what happens. It makes other children around me to get boners. Now I notice every children has little boners because we're all at a certain age and we're developing, you know. That's basically the logic, but it's because of voice to skull. Like, I'm like fighting the urge, like, oh, I don't want to have a boner right now. Oh, you know, not right now. And other people are like, almost showing it off type. Like, oh my God, that's fucking disrespectful and dirty and nasty. Like, why would you have a kid that's a little kid, think about other people's boners? Why would you have a kid think about other people's boners? Me? I wasn't thinking about nobody's boners. I was thinking about my own. I was thinking about my own boner. That's the only burner I was thinking about. I was thinking about myself, only myself. But yet, other people, this is what they do to you, voice to skull. They already know what I'm thinking. They want to suppress your memory and make you feel trapped. They want to make you feel like you're fighting somebody. They want you to go against the people that you're trusted and told all your life. They want you to go against it. So when I noticed it, I'm like, Dad, look, it's weird. You know how you told me not to have a boner? But now I was thinking about it 5 minutes ago, and now I notice everybody around me started having boners. What the fuck, Dad? That's fucking skeptical. This is fucking critical. Situation critical. Like, you told me not to have a boner, so when I have a boner, I'm gonna feel naughty. I'm gonna feel bad. I'm gonna feel guilty. I'm gonna feel that emotional disturbance in my body that says, oh man, I shouldn't have a boner right now. While other people having boners, rubbing it in your face, almost like, yeah, have a boner. It's good to have a boner. And then when you have a boner one day, you're like, fuck, now the depressing mode of having a boner is gone. Now I could just have a boner and just relax. You know, now I could have one and just be like, And then as soon as I do that, my dad walks in the door and he's like,